We grew up on their stories, starting from cartoons to documentaries that narrate their thrilling tales, their power that cannot be confronted, their authority that extends for miles. Wherever they exist, no other beast can snatch from them the title of the kings of the jungle, a title they have earned deservedly. Yes, they are the lions. Today, we carry in our quiver a story with an emotional connection to a lineage of fathers and forefathers. A story of pride from a lineage of lions that carried genes from their predecessors and grew to spread across the vast expanse, filling the wilderness with the roar of its lions, which exceeded 20 in number. Naturally, partnerships that generally include 2 to 4 male lions are more successful in maintaining power in competing lion prides, where challengers to the dominant leader are fewer, who sometimes has to expel them if one dares to compete, and sometimes to something worse than that. He may kill him. So, as is customary, if a new group of males managed to seize the pride, they would immediately kill the small cubs that their ancestors had fathered to enhance their strains. Therefore, the strength and survival of the pride lie in unity and cooperation among them, to ensure the continuity of their offspring and genes, and to collectively overcome the challenges of the wilderness. Our heroes today are a massive herd from Topi pride, which has taken up a large space of the passion of park-goers and wildlife photographers in the Masai Mara Reserve, specifically in the Rhino Ridge area. During observation, some features of these lions that hide and rest inside the long grass appear, and while the sun was emitting the heat of the morning air that began to spread, the lions stood up and began to walk in search of shade. It was like a scene from a wildlife movie. The majestic Topi pride is led by 3 powerful males. They are the sons of the famous Salas herd, with 9 lionesses and 12 cubs playing in the red oat grass. It was impossible to ignore the scene as they walked across the open grasslands. Seeing 1 or 2 lions would be very enjoyable and exciting, but seeing 24 lions was an amazing encounter that cannot be erased from memory. With such a huge pride, there is a big problem. There are a lot of mouths to feed, but they did not seem hungry, as their perseverance and experience in hunting and the abundance of prey made all members of the pride feed continuously, and watching them hunt was always an exciting experience. They are wonderful hunters of huge prey, and their great cunning and determination are unparalleled as they track large herds of buffaloes roaming the savannah and patiently wait to exploit any gaps in the herd's shield to make their next move. On one hot evening, they were seen running a kilometer towards a large herd of buffaloes, where they noticed that a clan of fierce hyenas was targeting a newborn of the herd. The clan lost with eyes flaming with fire, and they were fully prepared to kill. Nothing can stop them. The chaos caused by the fierce hyenas led to the division of the herd into small groups, which led to the isolation of about 15 buffaloes and created the ideal conditions for epic hunting. The opportunity was favorable for the lionesses to surround one of the groups and work on calculating the best angle to approach. She was sometimes testing it with a feigned advance to see how dangerous the situation was, as if she senses some anger that could lead to bad results on the hunting females. The lionesses finally started the attack. Then that commotion caught the attention of the 2 males, Osipuk and Olepolos, who ran to the scene. Olepolos chose to rely only on his tremendous strength and rushed to deal with a small buffalo. With one strong bite in the back of his neck, he was able to subdue the calf and began to carry it towards his cubs, who jumped on it and began to feed enthusiastically. Shortly after delivering that calf, he rushed again towards the mother of that calf and jumped directly onto her back. She was resisting violently in an attempt to shake him off, but his claws were deep in her flesh, so he kept his balance as much as possible. It was like watching a cowboy competition in the wild. The buffalo eventually weakened, allowing some of the lionesses the opportunity to assist the lion and complete the killing process, while another small group of lionesses dealt with 2 other calves, raising the total number of victims to 4. This massacre that happened in just 30 minutes will leave any heart trembling. It was an attempt to absorb the chaos, and photograph it at the same time was closer to the impossible, and a stroke of imagination. It was different from anything that could be seen before. It is a huge dose of emotions and adrenaline. It was a terrifying scene of the collective power of the lion pride. The relationship between lions and buffaloes is a survival battle that does not tolerate, but it is far from being a one-sided battle, as the buffalo with its huge body and sharp horns is also a huge opponent, and these powerful herbivorous animals will not deter anything to protect their herd or kill lion cubs if given half the chance. Many photographers have directly witnessed the serious consequences of the invasion of huge herds of grasslands, especially when they are terrified and fleeing, to surprise everything that comes out in front of them and trample it with their strong legs or stab it with their horns, without distinguishing a large or small animal. Even for Topi pride, the fear and panic that 100 terrifying hooves can make 24 fierce lions run in search of safety and leave the place without any thought. Topi pride has presented exciting confrontations with prey. They have also shown a lot of love and fun with the small cubs. Although dealing with many cubs will be difficult, but their mothers cared for them unconditionally and shared with them countless emotional moments and strengthened their collective bonds. These cubs always seem to have a spirit of exploration and curiosity, which sometimes puts them in risky situations. For example, many lionesses climb trees gracefully, and their small cubs often try to imitate them. While climbing remains relatively simple, their hooked claws and strong hind legs are not designed for smooth descent, and they must return with all caution and slowness for sure. On one occasion, one of those cubs that were stranded when it reached the top was seen jumping from the upper branches of a bushia tree and sliding in a moment to land on the long grass below, safe but terrified of that experience. Amid a lot of turmoil and attempts by some other lions in Mara to invade this pride, Topi's fighting specialist lionesses continue to overcome many challenges that dare to approach and work wonderfully to protect their cubs, alongside Salis boys' males. It is always necessary to keep intruders away from their territories and provide the necessary stability for their cubs to reach maturity, to enhance their confidence and strength, until she paves her way to find her own way and spread her genes alongside one of the largest current lion herds in Africa, that striking lethal force, which has reached the point of hunting large prey to see it feeding on elephants recently. Topi pride is certainly about to make history in Masai Mara. This is what the coming days will show as wildlife lovers and followers of lion news around the world eagerly await to see what the future holds for this wonderful family of lions.